Hey there, everybody. It's Ellen Weatherford.
And Christian Weatherford.
And welcome to Just the Zoo of Us, your favorite animal review podcast, where we rate your favorite animals out of 10 in the categories of effectiveness, ingenuity, and aesthetics.
We are not zoological experts, but we try our best to bring the best and most interesting information we can.
A long-forgotten echo of a voice that listeners may remember from eons and eons ago. Christian back in the studio.
Yep.
It's been a while since Christian has recorded with us, not because he's been ousted or excommunicated from the podcast. You've not resigned in disgrace.
Or some sort of hiatus.
No, it just worked out that way.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Someone in an email, I read all of the emails that people send in, by the way. I don't get a chance to respond to everything, but I do at least read every email that comes in, I promise. And in an email recently, someone signed off with P.S. bring Christian back.
Oh. Free Christian.
Release him from podcast jail. 1,000 years dungeon for Christian. No, Christian didn't go anywhere. We just happened to, our recording schedule worked out that way, where we had Isaac on for the Kids Questions episode, and we had guest episodes. And also on the last one we did together, I hijacked the entire thing. Mm-hmm. So you also didn't get a chance to do your segment last time. Yeah. You've been sitting on these notes for 2 months.
Yeah, so this will be fun.
Yeah. How long ago did you do these?
Good 3 to 4 weeks ago.
Let's see how fresh they are.
Hopefully no new relevant news has dropped since then.
That's true. What if in the last 3 weeks, the entire family has been just completely reclassified?
Whoops.
Turns out they were actually birds all along.
Oh, well.
That would be funny. I've missed recording with you.
And I with you.
We talk outside of the podcast sometimes.
It'd be really funny if not.
But every time you say something really funny or you do a really good bit, I'm like, man, this is wasted content.
Wasted on our family and friends.
We're leaving money on the table. We're just flushing that content down the toilet. Such is the ephemeral nature of being in a funny family. Mm-hmm. So, Christian, you are up first this week.
Oh, good. I do remember the animal at least.
Oh, very good. I'm glad. That would have been really funny if you came in just having no idea what you were about to talk about.
We've played with this idea before, right? When we write notes for each other and we don't look at them until recording.
That would be really fun. Except no, it wouldn't, because do you like my complete 180 on the idea within seconds? Because I write funny jokes and stuff in my notes. You basically
write a script. I'm
just shy of writing a script for my notes. I overdo my notes, and including if I think of a funny bit or a funny joke, I will include that in my notes. And so I would not want to give those to you because I don't want you stealing my jokes. I would never let a man take credit for my comedy.
But think how funny it would be to cold read some jokes. Probably don't even use the right inflection on them.
I know, and it would probably be references to things you don't get. I would sound like a fake fan because I would be making all your little Star Wars and Naruto jokes and stuff.
And then I would
those are off the shoulder?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, actually, sometimes I will just put in my notes, make Star Wars joke here. I won't put any other details and I kind of bank on remembering what I was thinking of.
I would be pronouncing names wrong and stuff. Okay. It would be so embarrassing.
So anyway.
So Christian, what animal are you talking about this week?
I'm talking about rhinos.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah. So singular rhinoceros.
Okay. Are you just talking about one rhinoceros?
No.
A single one?
No, I'm talking about the family, Rhinocerotidae.
But I like the idea that you're reviewing a single rhinoceros that you met one time that you
Susan the Rhino. I was trying to think of what the plural was. It's probably a rhinoceroses.
Yeah. When in doubt, just slap the S sound on the end
probably. And this species was submitted by Daryl Gubler. And I'll be getting my information from Animal Diversity Web and WWF.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they love rhinos. They can't get enough of them. That's all they ever talk about is rhinos. Oh, what's the WWF, by the way? I'm assuming not
No, not the wrestling.
Oh, was that WWE?
I don't know.
I think there was a whole thing where like one of them had to change their name because they had the same acronym. I think there was like an actual story to that where like they had the same name by accident. There's some interesting cross-promotional.
I believe that acronym stands for World Wildlife Federation.
Yes. The conservation people. They got like
Wait,
a panda as their
were you
mascot.
testing me? You already knew that?
I wanted to make my wrestling panda joke.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it would be funny if they had like a cross-promotional thing where they like, because their mascot is a panda, so
right.
if they did like a panda wrestling crossover thing, that would be really funny.
So, white rhinos can weigh up to 3,500 kilograms, which is over 3 tons.
Which is
6,000 pounds.
There we go. Okay.
Imperial uses tons.
Oh, do they really? Is it the same?
No.
Oh my God.
It's at least spelled differently.
Oh.
Perhaps different units as well.
I hate it here.
So being a family, there's a couple different species. So some of my information will be kind of general to all of them. And some of them, like that last one, will be specific based on what I was able to find.
And you're probably about to talk about like the fact that like they're different based on where in the world they are.
Yes, which is the next thing.
Oh, good. You're welcome for that layup.
So first, Indian, Javan, and Sumatran rhinos can all be found in South Central Asia. And white and black rhinos can be found in Africa, south of the Sahara.
For now.
Yes. And they're typically found in savannas and within a day trip to water.
And this is interesting to me because those are very, very different habitats.
Yes.
Like very different. So you've got like rhinos that live in this sort of arid grassland, and then you've got these like more jungle, like tropical rhinos,
right.
Which is interesting to me that they like only live in two extremely different places.
Not unlike the elephants.
Right.
They are in the order Perissodactyla, which is the odd-toed ungulates, which also includes tapirs.
And?
That is the only one I wrote.
Horses.
Yeah. One is an odd number, I suppose.
So what's interesting about this is that, okay, so this is as opposed to artiodactyls, which are even-toed ungulates. And if you look at their feet, right, you can imagine their toes as like analogous to our fingers. And the odd-toed ungulates, so rhinos, tapirs, and horses, basically lost varying numbers of digits centered around the middle digit. So when you see a horse up on its hooves, that's analogous to our middle fingers. So they've lost all of their toes except for that one middle toe.
I see.
Yeah, whereas the artiodactyls are more split, like as if you were doing like Spock hands.
Yes, I see.
But it's interesting to me that rhinos are more closely related to tapirs, which live nowhere near where rhinos live, and horses, which are extremely different, closer related to those than they are to things that morphologically you would expect to be close cousins, things like hippos or elephants or something.
Don't even get me started on prime-toed ungulates.
Once again, horses. One baby. Is 5 a prime number?
Yes.
Don't look at me like that. We're prime-toed.
Yeah.
Math is amazing.
So that brings us to our first category, which is effectiveness. For those new to us, this is the category where we talk about physical attributes and such that helps them do their day-to-day. I'm giving an 8 out of 10 for rhinos.
This is like definition of a tank.
Yeah.
A tank as an animal. They're absorbing hits. They're high HP. They're high defense.
Yes, but if various video games have taught me anything, the tank will be countered sometimes. So, first I want to talk about their horns.
I mean, it's the one thing about them, right?
Yes. So, something I guess I had forgotten about is that they can have 1 or 2 horns.
Right.
Yeah, because you usually think of like the big one.
Right.
And then some of them have a smaller second one. They are made of compressed keratin, which is the same substance that our hair and fingernails are made of.
I wonder what like the evolutionary history of that structure would have looked like. Because I can't think of any of their other relatives that have anything like that.
True, because the other ungulates have more bone, like tusks and teeth like that. But,
yeah, that's true. Like cervids, I think, like deer and deer relatives. I want to say they originally had long, sharp teeth. that they lost over time, except for things like the muntjac and the Chinese water deer. They retained those sort of long pointy teeth. So like you see tusks a lot more commonly, but to have this sort of like protrusion at the top is really unusual. Do you know about their connection to unicorns?
Yes, but I think you know it better in detail, so please have at it.
So, way back in ancient Greece, I'm sorry for hijacking your segment.
No, it's okay.
Way back in ancient Greece, there was this historian, like a writer. His name was Titius, which is spelled with a silent C, which is really weird. So Titius wrote this book about India. I think it was called Indica. And it was about India. But here's the thing, kind of the kicker, is that Titius had never been to India. He had never been there. He like worked in this sort of like court, basically. Well, not court like a courthouse of law, but like, you know, I think more like a royal court where there would be a lot of merchants and people coming and going. And so he just kind of like heard stories and gathered a bunch of secondhand tales and accounts from people who had been to India. Okay. So other people went to India, they came back, they told Titius about it, and he wrote that into a book on India. And these takes were wild. They were nonsensical. It was very, very bizarre. Some very bizarre accounts in this book. But one of the things that he wrote about, that he had heard about, was he called them, the word he used was asses, wild asses, which at the time, yes, words for donkeys, things like donkeys, which he described as having like a single horn on their head. Yeah. So that was the description he gave, a wild ass with a horn on its head. Okay. And since nobody else had been to India, and not really even that many people had been to Africa at this point, so very, very few Europeans had ever heard of a rhino, ever in their lives. It kind of like morphed over time via this like sort of game of historical telephone into becoming a horse with a single horn out of its head. And then eventually that became the mythology of a unicorn.
I see.
And then later on, like way later on, you know, they start to develop this mythology of unicorn horns having magical powers, magical healing powers and stuff. Because once again, nobody had ever seen either a unicorn or a rhinoceros, but they were like, there's lots of stuff we haven't seen. It makes sense that maybe there'd just be something out there that's really rare. We've never seen it before. And then Scandinavian traders from, you know, way up in Northern Europe were down trading and selling things to these Europeans in more like Western Europe. And they realized, hey, you know what else these people have never seen before? Narwhals. So they start selling narwhal tusks and telling them, hey, this is a unicorn horn. It has magical properties. It'll like neutralize poison. So you can like put it in your drinks to make sure no one's poisoning you. And so over time, starting in like medieval-ish times, you start to see art of unicorns being depicted with that long, straight spiral horn. Right. But before that trade with Scandinavia, they didn't. They looked more like a sort of curved, like almost more like a rhino horn.
If it had stayed like that, the connection would be more obvious.
Right. But because of this like grift, because they got scammed, they started having these like spirally horns, which is interesting. So the rhinoceros is the basis for unicorn mythology, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. The next thing I'd like to talk about with rhinos are their skin. So it's very thick, armor-like even.
Oh, yeah. And it like folds over too.
Even looks like plates.
It does. Yeah. You know what it reminds me so much of is like Triceratops.
Yeah, how they're depicted. Well, I guess they probably went the other way around, right? Maybe like how they depict the skin and such. Maybe they pulled from rhinos like for that interpretation.
It is some interesting like convergent evolution though, like between Triceratops, which would have been nowhere near related to rhinos, which are mammals. Yeah, right? Yeah. That they just had so much, I feel like, in common.
So their toes. So each digit has its own small hoof.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And their teeth. So their teeth are mostly meant for grinding plant matter. Asian rhinos have lower incisors, which develop into tusks for slashing.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I've never seen that before. Are they, wait, like lower tusks?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, you know what? I should have asked. What are the tusks for? Or not the tusks. What is the horn for? What do they use it for? Is it like fighting each other or like throwing off predators?
I touch on this a bit in Ingenuity.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
That later.
I'll wait for you to get there then.
They're also long-lived, around 50 years.
Wow.
Pretty long.
Well, I feel like for those like large
That's true.
animals
That's like
that.
horse. That's like a horse, basically.
No, that would be really old for a horse.
I don't know. I guess I don't know that well. Like horses, they can sleep either standing or laying.
I feel like in horses, don't they like sleep? Like the weight distribution is such that like they can stand without exerting any like muscular effort. Or I'm thinking of elephants, I think. That they can like, the way that their legs are sort of like stacked underneath their body, they're like at a rest standing.
Right.
So that they don't have to like, it's just as much effort for them to stand as it is for them to lay down. A lot of imagine getting up. I mean, they're so heavy. It would probably be difficult to get up.
Yeah. And I'd heard several times kind of growing up, like people saying, like, if you see a horse that's not standing, something's wrong. But I don't know. I'm not sure if that's true.
I don't know. I've heard that, though, that, like, if a horse is laying down, then, like, it means they're very sick or injured or something. Right. Like, there must be something wrong with the hoof or something that would make it more comfortable for it to lay down, because it's, like, a huge pain to get down on the ground and back up.
True. So maybe they are surprisingly fast.
Really?
Their top speed is 45 kilometers an hour or 28 miles per hour.
Wow.
Which is very close to Usain Bolt's top speed.
Oh, wow. I wonder how much of that is just forward momentum from all that weight. You know, like I feel like once you get up to like, once you get the ball rolling, you know, like that's a lot of weight moving forward.
Stopping is another thing.
Oh, geez. I imagine it like in a lot of video games, there's often like an enemy that will have like a charge based attack. And like a lot of times there will be a boss that will like charge across the arena and then like hit the other wall. And then you have to attack it while it's dazed from hitting the wall.
Yep.
I imagine it like that.
Yeah.
I imagine they just run until they crash into something.
Yeah. They do not have great eyesight.
Aww.
They do have a strong sense of smell. They have those big noses.
I thought you were about to say they have a strong sense of humor.
No.
It's like, you gotta. It's tough out there.
And I thought something was interesting around swimming.
No.
So Asian rhinos are very good swimmers.
Really?
Yes.
They look like they're made to sink.
Well, African rhinos do. They can actually drown if they get into too deep of water.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yeah, they look like they were made specifically to... They look like a paperweight.
Yeah.
Like they look like they were made to sink to the bottom. But it makes sense that an Indian rhino that would probably need to like navigate through water more frequently would be a good swimmer.
And being generally smaller, I think, helps also
in
the jungle type habitat.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot more like underbrush and, you know, you're going to have a lot less space to be big. Right. And also maybe smaller predators too. Like the predators there might not be as large as something like an African lion, right?
Right. So that wraps up effectiveness, which brings us to ingenuity, which is our second category, talking about smart things, methods, tool use, that sort of thing. I'm giving a 7 out of 10 for ingenuity. So first, leaping back to the thing you were asking about, is a difference in aggression between the different types of rhinos.
Oh, really?
Yes. So African rhinos are more aggressive and fight more with their horns to toss and gore.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
But Asian rhinos fight more with their tusks.
I guess, I mean, if you've got them, use them, right?
Yeah.
I wonder... Because you said to toss things. Are they... I'm
imagining rhino beetle. Like...
Oh, yeah.
Or Hercules beetle.
Yeah, they would like pancake flip. Like... What are they tossing?
Other rhinos.
There's
perhaps.
No way. No. There's no way.
Spider-Man.
He's always getting in tussles out there on those African savannas.
He's at a stark disadvantage.
Oh yeah, true. What are you swinging to, homie?
He's hoofing it.
Spider-Man out there just like at a dead sprint. It's just like,
I'm coming. Don't worry.
Get me out of here.
So they are more active in darker hours, resting during the day. Makes sense. I would do the same.
It's hot out there, y'all.
Uh-huh.
It's too hot. It's too hot to be doing all this.
They enjoy muddy pools.
Who doesn't, honestly?
That's a funny typo here. I wrote, keeps them cook.
Let them cook, honestly.
But it does keep them cool and helps with biting bugs and parasites.
I was about to say, if you can like get past like the being muddy sensory nightmare. I don't enjoy being muddy, but
I hate mosquitoes more.
That's true. Cut your losses, I guess.
Listen, Arnold did it to get away from the predator, so
pick a struggle. But also once they get all muddy, they can't exactly get in the river to wash it off.
No, I imagine it dries and then just kind of flakes off or dusts off, you know?
Yeah, they probably don't mind.
Yeah. Adding on to their armor.
Oh, that's true. It's only making me stronger.
Yeah, basically. They will often leave trails in brush, which is then used by other animals.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
yeah.
Your friendly neighborhood, what is it, like a snowplow
like
almost?
A Pathfinder, kind of.
Yeah. Terraforming. An ecosystem engineer.
Yes. Territory marking is fun.
Oh, what do they do for that?
You could probably guess.
But are we going the path of hippo?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So they use urine and also will make dung piles that can be stacked up to 1 meter high.
I feel like their butthole's not even that high.
3 feet?
How are they getting it that high up?
I don't know.
Because here's the poo logistic problem for me is that once it has reached that high, there must be a significant radius around the pile. It's not going to be a tower.
No.
It's not going straight up.
It's not a cairn.
A cairn.
I hope that was the right word.
It's not going straight up. There's going to be sort of a blast radius around it, right?
Yeah, and it's surely more than one rhino's worth.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering how they're positioning the butthole to get it stacked up that high.
I don't know, but I would like to imagine them all pooping in the same place, and then maybe they kind of push it all together with their face horns.
Oh,
so
I don't think that's what they're supposed to use that for.
What else are they going to do? And then finally, their communications are primarily through sounds. So things like growls, trumpet calls, sneezes, screams, and lastly, mwonk.
Can I hear that?
Mwonk.
How's that spelled?
mmwonk.
I feel like you made that up. I feel like you were just like listening to some audio and like approximating.
I doubt it, but it's been enough time where I don't actually know.
I feel like this was a DIY, like a homebrew onomatopoeia. You were just like listening and like transcribing the best you can.
Perhaps.
I actually have a fun fact about rhino vocalizations.
Oh?
Did you know? This is like a local connection for us, actually.
The local rhinos?
Local. We've got them down the street, actually. You don't know? They're like, there's a couple on our block. In Game of Thrones, the sounds of the dragon vocalizations were mixed together using recordings of rhinos at White Oak Conservation Center in Yulee, Florida, which was like an hour away from where we used to live.
Oh.
They like sound engineers from like Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Went out to White Oak and like spent a few days getting like vocal recordings of rhinos. It was rhinos, but also I think it was like some birds that lived out there, like cranes or something like that. So they used rhino like sounds to make the voices of the dragons in Game of Thrones.
They did something similar with Lord of the Rings.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Are you going to talk about dubbing the horses over again?
What?
One time you mentioned how they did something for horse. They like dubbed over the horses in Lord of the Rings.
I have no idea what you're talking about,
okay,
actually.
Never mind. It was funny.
It must have been your other husband.
It was really funny. I'm going to go back and find that, and I'm going to edit it in right here. I feel like musically, there are so few contexts that you can get a horse whinny to just like sound good.
Yeah.
It's so atonal, you know?
I think it's often used in mixing audio for monster sounds in movies and things. I think Lord of the Rings used a good bit of horse sounds.
Yeah, for the actual horses.
Well, in addition to the horses.
Yeah, Christian, they used horse sounds for the horses.
They dubbed over the horse with a different horse.
With a better, cooler horse.
They used a red-tailed horse for that.
I can't find the specifics now, but a lot of the animal sounds, or I guess beast sounds in Lord of the Rings, were like mixings of several animals.
No wonks on there.
The one I came across briefly was the fell beast, which is the pseudo dragon that the ring wraiths kind of flew around on.
Oh, that's
I think
cool.
a donkey was involved in making that sound.
Goofy. Make it sound all silly.
Yeah. Which brings us to our final category of aesthetics. This can be things like cute or cool factors. I'm giving a full 10 out of 10. I find rhinos very cute.
They're great. You ever get a good look at those things' eyelashes?
Yeah.
Oh!
I appreciate it.
Slay.
So very cute, distinct side profiles.
Oh, yeah.
There's no mistaking them from that angle.
That's a fashion icon, yeah.
I even appreciate the kind of like boxy square mouth that they have on them.
That's good. It is good, actually.
Yeah. And they have a bit of a, what's the word, where they can grab stuff with their lips.
Prehensile.
Thank you, prehensile.
Yeah, it has a little bit of a lip to it, which weirdly enough, I feel like reminds me so much of like the beak of the Triceratops. It's so weird to me how similar they are to Triceratops to not be related to Triceratops, right? I'm like, we just ran Triceratops again. This is Triceratops software on horse hardware.
Right. So the last thing that I usually talk about is conservation status.
That's a whole thing.
It's a bit of a big picture with rhinos.
Yeah.
So I'll break it down here a bit based on species. So the critically endangered include the black rhino, the Javan rhino, and the Sumatran rhino. Vulnerable includes the Indian rhino, and near threatened is the white rhino. And they are all very endangered due to hunting and habitat destruction. And part of the problem is their horns are considered medicinal in folk medicine, which drives a lot of poaching.
Now, we've seen this with elephants.
Yes.
And I wonder, because I remember something that I learned about with elephants, and I wonder if this is the case for rhinos, is that this pressure, like this tendency of people to hunt animals for these traits, like they might be seeking out an animal with more exaggerated traits. Like with elephants, they were like, people would be more likely to hunt and kill elephants with larger tusks. And that created a selective pressure against having large tusks. And eventually over time, you started to see elephants actually being born with smaller and smaller or no tusks at all.
Right.
Even male elephants that would normally have tusks, they would not have them because you're more likely to not get hunted for your tusk if you don't have them. So I wonder if that is happening for rhinos. I wonder if there's any sort of selective pressure against having a large horn. I've never seen a rhino with just no horn, so I would imagine that wouldn't probably be the case.
Right.
But maybe like a pressure to have a smaller horn, which would then like, you know, not be as good for the rhino, which is the case for the elephants because they have those tusks for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wonder if maybe that would be a way that like they could be I don't know. I haven't looked into whether this is happening for rhinos. I just remember this from elephants.
Yeah. So one of the things I came across was the naming of the black and white rhinos.
Right.
It is not a coloration thing.
Because they look the same. I'm just saying they look the same. They're both gray, you guys.
Yes. Okay, so this is from the WWF website. So the names of black and white rhinos are misleading, as both are actually gray. The white rhino is said to have gotten its name from the Afrikaans word for wide, or wid, W-Y-D.
So someone just misheard this one.
Perhaps.
This was just a game of telephone.
And this was referring to its wide, square lip. The one
Not the wide stance, my guy?
No. So this is talking about a lip shape. So this is the one I was imagining when talking about mouth shape.
I see.
In contrast, black rhinos have a pointy upper lip. Early English explorers mistook this word for white and consequently named this species white rhino and the other black rhino to differentiate.
Oh, not the Pokemon version rules. Like, well, one of them's this one. The other one's got to be the opposite.
Done. What if there's a third one? No.
There's only 2. I only know of 2 colors. I'm out of colors. There can't be any more rhinos. And then they get to India and they're like, oh, no.
So
that's why they call them unicorns. They're like, we ran out of colors, so you get to be a unicorn.
Yes. So those are the rhinos.
What delightful creatures. I love them so much. I think that like organizations like White Oak Conservation, White Oak I know did a lot of rhino conservation work, but you know, if you have a zoo near you that perhaps has rhinos, has rhinos in their zoo or anything like that, look into your local zoo and see if they're affiliated with any like rhino conservation programs, because that could be a good way to help support rhinos.
Yeah. I thought about talking about like in popular media, like cultural references. The one that comes to mind is Ace Ventura.
I've never seen it.
Oh, so you don't know about
I have no idea what you're talking about. No.
So Ace Ventura is I think, series of movies from
Jim Carrey's in it.
Yes,
that's
that was
all I know about it.
Kind of a big one for Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
So it's a comedy where he's like an animal conservationist going around helping animals.
I'm vaguely aware of this plot point.
Beating eco bad guys, basically. Okay. One of these hijinks involves a robotic rhino.
Great.
That he is inside of, operating like a tank.
Oh, very good. How those movies hold up, Christian?
I don't know. I haven't seen them in well over 15 years.
Ooh. If I had to guess.
So think mechanical rhino with like a rubber skin around it to look like a rhino.
Great.
So that he can like blend in with other rhinos.
They already kind of look like that.
Sure.
To be real, like they already kind of look. If you were going to make an animatronic of an animal, this is a great one to do because they look kind of robotic already.
Yes.
I saw a video one time on like, I don't know, TikTok or something of a zookeeper that was like in a rhino like stall, like one of those big giant like barns that they had like that the rhinos can come into. And the zookeeper was like picking up those big like slabs of armored skin and like showing you like under what the skin looks like underneath, not like peeling it back or anything like
in
that.
the crevices.
Yeah, showing you like in the folds and stuff, and it
Yeah.
looked like surprisingly like soft and like fleshy in the like in the little folds and stuff. But it was interesting how like, I mean, those calluses got to go crazy, right? Like, can you imagine just taking like a foot file to those things?
Well, I think it goes deeper than that, but yeah. So the mechanical rhino.
Yes.
So he's out in like this savanna and it's hot. He's trying to blend in with like these rhinos, and then there's a mechanical failure or something, and the whole thing shuts down. Just kind of standing there in a field, and like he had this like little desk fan in it that turns off too.
Great.
So it gets hotter and hotter and hotter in this thing.
My nightmare.
And he can't get out of it like the normal way.
I'm gonna have a panic attack.
So
I'm for sure gonna have a nightmare about this.
Well,
100%.
It's a funny thing because there is a small hole in the rubber skin located at the rear end.
Great.
To which
where else would it be?
Jim Carrey squeezes through,
Awesome.
and a passing American tourist, I think, family sees this happening and thinks that this rhino is giving birth. And it turns out to be a mostly naked Jim Carrey.
Oh, great. That's where they get those 3-foot piles from.
Yeah.
3 meter tall, however tall you said it was.
1 meter.
1 meter. I don't know. Feet, meters.
So yeah, that was a very funny thing that has kind of stuck in my memory. And again, I haven't seen it in many, many years, so I could perhaps be misremembering some details there. But
I feel like rhinos in cartoons are always like, there's never any dimension to them. You know, I feel like they're just there to like be big and tough. They're like a bouncer, like they're like such a background character. You know, I feel like I know like specific cartoon rhino stands out to me because I feel like they're usually just used as like a sort of generic like big buff animal.
I'm trying to think of one.
We could be doing so much better with rhinos.
Kung Fu Panda had, I mean, He didn't really break the stereotype, but it was an interesting character.
Such a boring one, too. And there were such good villains in Kung Fu Panda. And we couldn't get a good one for the rhino. The rhino is so boring.
Oh.
I like rhinos. We should be doing better by our rhino friends. Our tactical assault horse.
Yeah.
You know, earlier when you said mwomp, that's that sound that they make in SpongeBob when they're like disappointed in something. Mwomp.
Then followed by a steel guitar slide.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Christian. That was delightful.
Of course.
Let's take a quick break to hear from our friends on the Maximum Fun Network, and then we'll get to my animal.
Hello, this is Alex.
Hello, this is Katie.
We host Secretly Incredibly Fascinating, and this week we released our 250th episode.
250! D.
Every episode stands on its own.
And every episode is about a seemingly ordinary topic.
We reveal the history and the science of stuff like salt and clouds and your computer mouse.
And episode 250 is about the word hello.
Hello!
You know that word. You're ready to go.
So let us say hello to you. Find Secretly Incredibly Fascinating at MaximumFun.org.
Hi, is this Brennan?
This is Brennan.
This is Ben Harrison. I'm the host of The Greatest Generation and Greatest Trek, along with my buddy Adam on Maximum Fun. I am calling because you, Brennan, have been named Maximum Fun's Member of the Month.
Oh my God, I'm so honored to be the Max Fun Member of the Month.
As Member of the Month, you'll be getting a gift card to the Max Fun store, a special Member of the Month bumper sticker, and a special priority parking spot at the Max Fun headquarters in Los Angeles, California, just for you. That's a perk that I don't even get as a host of shows on the network.
This all sounds fantastic. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to use that parking spot at which you want.
Brennan, you have to do it. Just to rub it in my face alone. Have a great day and live long and prosper. I don't know how to do this.
That works. I will do my best to live long and prosper.
Become a Max Fun member now at MaximumFun.org/join.
All right. So, Ellen, what is the animal that you bring to us this week?
I'm just now realizing how genuine that question is for
I
you
haven't
right
the
now.
slightest idea.
Because you don't know what I'm talking about this week.
If you did pick this out a month ago,
You would have forgotten by now.
yeah.
Here, I'll go one word at a time.
Okay. Oh,
And-
there's more than one. Okay.
And we'll see at which point you figure out what it is. Okay, the first word is Goliath.
Is it a bug?
Kind of.
Okay.
It depends on how much anarchy you're willing to apply the word bug with.
All right.
Bird.
Is it a moth?
Oh, that would be interesting. It's not a moth. Eater.
Oh, it's a spider.
It is. This is the bird-eating tarantula.
Okay.
Also called the Goliath bird eater.
Ah.
The scientific name is Theraphosa blondie,
Huh.
which is a really cool name, by the way. Theraphosa on its own, very, very cool name. And then Blondie? Hey, Barbie.
It's a Mad Max thing.
This species was submitted by Nathan Heslink on behalf of his 9-year-old daughter who listens to the show.
Very good.
Thank you so much. This was a great suggestion. I'm getting my information from Smithsonian's National Zoo, a 2014 blog post, but hear me out. It is by Harvard entomologist Piotr Naskrecki on his blog, The Smaller Majority. And this article was titled The Sound of Little Hooves in the Night. And it was kind of detailing his encounters with this tarantula and other sources that I will cite as they come up along the way. So, as the name Goliath might imply, this is the largest spider in the world.
Really?
Largest species of spider. They have a leg span of up to a foot. So 30 centimeters. I have seen this described as dinner plate size.
Yes.
I feel like the the circular sort of aspect ratio of the dinner plate kind of drives home the dimensions here. These tarantulas are found in the northern rainforests of South America. So they're found in Brazil, Venezuela, Guyana, French Guiana, and Suriname. And they are spiders. They are true spiders, not fake spiders like the camel spiders that I talked about a few weeks ago. And for effectiveness, I'm giving the Goliath bird eater an 8 out of 10.
That's pretty good.
Yes. So as I mentioned, they are the largest spider in the world. That is by mass, so like weight, how heavy they are, and by body length. So when I say body length, I mean head, abdomen, thorax.
Okay.
Technically, the giant huntsman spiders can have slightly longer legs, so they can have a longer leg span, but their bodies are much smaller. And if you want to learn more about huntsman spiders, you can go back to our episode 167 with Caitlin Henderson. But by body mass, this is definitely the biggest. And a little bit on that name, bird eater. So they earned their name bird eater from an illustration by Maria Sibylla Marion. And this is a very interesting figure in sort of like naturalist history. She is one of the very first, what could be considered an entomologist, like one of the very first naturalists that was actually documenting and observing insects specifically. She was born in 1647. She was one of the first naturalists to ever document observations of insect behavior and metamorphosis. So she had some of the very earliest actual like scientific documentation of like caterpillar, cocoon, butterfly, like detailed observations and like study of the metamorphosis process.
Where was she from?
Germany. What is now Germany.
Right.
At the time, it was called the Holy Roman Empire, but it is now Germany.
Okay.
So during a trip to Suriname, Marion illustrated a lot of the insect life that she observed there, including a very famous print that was published in 1705. And in this print, a large tarantula carries a slain hummingbird out of its nest. That's kind of where people start calling it the bird-eating tarantula or the bird eater. It's more or less inspired by this one particular illustration, which is how most people outside of South America were first introduced to these tarantulas. Now, every article that I could find about them really hammers the point home to say some variation of, and this is a quote from Smithsonian's website, but every article has some variation of this line in it. They say, despite their intimidating name, they don't frequently eat birds. And I feel like the word frequently is putting in a lot of work here because I don't feel like it takes that many times for this to be nickname worthy.
That's true, because if you eat 100 burgers versus one box of Thumbtacks.
You eat one box of Thumbtacks, and now you're the Thumbtacks guy. That's how it's like the tarantula. Like you eat one bird. Now I'm the bird eating guy.
I think the catching the bird is the more impressive feat here.
I mean, it's not clear based on this observation how the tarantula got a hold of this bird.
Right.
It doesn't even seem likely that this species would have done that, unless the hummingbird died of other causes and was just like on the ground, and maybe it was a scavenged bird or something.
Yoink.
Yeah. But that being said, they are very opportunistic. They will eat basically anything big enough, like anything small enough that they can grab it. They will try to eat it. So like, it's not unreasonable. It's possible, and they've done it. It's okay. Like they definitely do that. And so I don't think it takes that many times eating a bird for that to be the most nickname worthy thing about a spider, because they don't usually do that. And then I was thinking, I went on a journey here. I was thinking that I would argue that it eats 100% more birds than any other spider. Like, I feel like calling it the bird eating one is going to narrow it down quite a bit.
Right.
Like, no one's going to be like, oh yeah, which bird eating spider? Because it's like, well, there's one.
Right.
But then I looked around for videos of spiders eating birds and surprisingly found quite a few. And they were not all tarantulas.
Okay.
So I found a video of a bird, a small bird that was caught in an orb weaver's nest. And the orb weaver did seem to be picking at the bird. I saw a video of bold jumping spiders attacking a hummingbird's nest. Like jumping spiders fully getting in the nest and attacking these baby hummingbirds.
Okay.
And I saw a pink-toed tarantula eating what looked like an adult bird. And the tarantula did appear to be in captivity, so I don't know how it got a hold of this bird. That part wasn't shown in the video. But in the video, you can see this, what appears to be a pink-toed tarantula, and it is eating a dead adult bird. So it really doesn't narrow it down that much.
Sure.
Because apparently spiders are pretty cool with eating birds. Like if it's around, they'll grab it. So, yeah, they're opportunistic predators. They will attack and eat anything that's like roughly their size. So, like, bird-eating tarantula will get the point across. A lot of people take gripes with the name, but I don't know. Let them have it, you know? They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't speak English. They don't have ears. They can't hear us. What do they care? So, just to sort of expand a little bit on, like, the fact that this is a very, very, like, the largest spider. Large sizes are really, really difficult for terrestrial arthropods because it is difficult for them to get enough air at those large sizes. This is because of, like, the way that the respiratory system works for arthropods. It's more like tubes, like intake tubes that, like, go all throughout its body. We actually talked about this a lot more on the episode that was a review of, like, the history of bugs with Luca from Luca's Biohub, where we talked about, you know, this age where during, I think it was the Carboniferous period, where, like, insects and things were just massive, right? And then eventually when the levels of oxygen in the atmosphere changed, insects couldn't sustain those large body sizes anymore and they got much smaller. So right now it's pretty difficult for arthropods to get really, really huge because of their respiratory systems and not being able to get enough air. But I was reading this, actually that article by the entomologist that I mentioned earlier mentioned that it is possible that actually the hot temperatures of the tropics where they live, because they live in these hot equatorial regions, those warm temperatures could actually be allowing them to get by with a lower metabolic rate because their body doesn't have to work as hard to keep them warm. These are exothermic animals, but if their body doesn't have to work to maintain a high temperature, they can get by with less oxygen because their body doesn't have to work as hard. So it's kind of like power saving mode almost, right? So, and there was this paper that basically looked at body sizes of terrestrial arthropods in tropical, temperate, and polar regions and showed that the warmer the climate, the larger the largest arthropods could be. So the largest arthropods in the tropics were like orders of magnitude bigger than the largest arthropods in like temperate and polar regions. So it could be that it's the warm temperatures that are letting arthropods get much bigger, which I thought was really interesting.
It is.
So they do have large, powerful fangs, which I have fangs kind of in quotes here because they are not really teeth the way that we think of them. They are called chelicera. Those are the little mouth parts in the front. And those chelicera can deliver a very powerful bite and an injection of venom. So they are venomous, like all spiders. All spiders can deliver some degree of venom, some. And their venom can paralyze, kill, and then liquefy their prey. So it is like breaking down the insides of their prey so that then they can kind of slurp everything out, right? They're not like rending flesh and stuff. They're kind of turning everything into a smoothie and then slurping it out. So when you see a spider eating prey, they're usually not like tearing into it and stuff. They're kind of more like sucking things out of the inside. Now, the venom is not medically significant to humans. So if you get bit by one of those things, it will hurt. And you will probably have some sort of local reaction to it, like some redness or some swelling. If you're allergic to it, you could have a more severe reaction. But other than that, you're probably going to be fine. It's not medically significant. It just will hurt.
That's enough for me.
Yeah. Couldn't be me. I wouldn't be. I simply wouldn't be.
Well, shouldn't touch that thing.
No, don't touch it. Here's another reason you shouldn't touch them. Their body is coated with these hair-like structures called setae that have microscopic barbs that make them very, very irritating. Like if you've ever touched stinging nettles, or if you're like me and you have repeatedly touched very irritating fuzzy cacti, and you just keep doing it over and over again, no matter how many times you think, I should not touch that cactus, and yet they whisper to you like the Green Goblin mask.
Now, this little irritating fur is common among tarantulas,
It
right?
is. Yeah, it's called urticating hairs. And also, they can fling them.
Okay, I thought I remembered that, but wasn't sure if that was just a cartoon thing.
No, it's funny. So it's like a ranged attack, right?
Yeah.
So they can do this. And this is what people think porcupines can do.
Right.
But porcupines can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone talks about porcupines doing it. But they don't do it. Tarantulas do.
Screen time.
Screen time?
I think porcupines just get more time on screen.
I thought you meant like the porcupines are like iPad kids that get too much screen time. Like those darn porcupines and their Blippi and Mr. Beast. These tarantulas can also make sounds, which is a little bit unusual for spiders.
Yeah.
They can rub their legs together, and those little hairs that are lining their legs sort of bristle together to make a hissing sound. And this is called stridulation, and this is also how crickets make sound. Actually, the camel spiders, or the solifuges that we talked about a few episodes ago, they could do something like this as well. But I think theirs was with their mouth parts. But this one is what they rub their legs. You can see them do this. You can see these tarantulas rub their legs together in such a way that it makes this sort of hissing sound, which can be startling. It can let you know. It's kind of a warning, right? It's like a, hey, go away. Like, don't get any closer to me. You wouldn't have to tell me twice.
No.
But that entomologist Piotr Naskreki writes, and this is a quote from his article, because of its gargantuan size, the Goliath bird eater is probably the only spider in the world that makes noise as it walks.
Oh.
Like footfall.
Oh, okay.
He says, its feet have hardened tips and claws that produce a very distinct clicking sound, not unlike that of a horse's hooves hitting the ground, albeit admittedly not as loud.
So this is where the title comes from.
Right.
Okay.
So can you imagine, like, camping and, like, sleeping on the forest floor, and in the middle of the night, you hear just... Can you imagine?
Nope. Going back to sleep.
No, I'm not going back to sleep. I'm going home. I'm going to air conditioning and 4 walls and a roof. I'm out of here.
I mean, we're never going to find ourselves in a tent in a South American jungle.
No, that could not. I'm so sorry. Happy for you, though. It ain't going to be me. Between these things and botflies, I'm good. I'm so good. So I did give them an 8 out of 10 instead of a 10 out of 10. I gave them a couple deductions. One of them is that they have very poor eyesight and they can't hear at all. They have no...
They can't even hear their own song.
I know. Well, it's not for them. It's for warning everybody else to stay away.
That's funny because that means they're like, hey, when I do this, it makes things stay away from me. And I don't know why.
Yeah, they're like, this does nothing. I don't understand what this does at all.
They must hate how this looks.
It looks devious. Yeah, they're like, I don't know. It's like those what is it, the freshwater mussels that like have the lure even though they have no like eyes and have no way of possibly knowing what they look like.
I mean, these fish are dumb.
I'm literally just here. I don't know why they keep doing this. So yeah, they can't hear at all. They mostly navigate by feeling vibrations, which to me is like, how you catching that bird now? You know who doesn't make no vibrations on the ground? Birds.
What are sounds if not vibrations, though? That's
what I'm saying. That's so true. So true, bestie. I guess that means like vibrating like things in contact with surfaces, like Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like it has to be like traveling through the medium that they're on, I guess. Which, I mean, is another point against the bird eating name, right?
I mean, birds got land sometime.
That's true. And once you get down here, once you land, it's over for you.
Ricky?
When I catch you.
Good one.
I give them another deduction because as their body grows, which we've talked about with other arthropods before, they do have to molt to shed their old exoskeleton and grow a new one. And after molting, their body is very soft and very vulnerable. So this is a huge weak period. This is a period from the hardening period after molting, according to the Tarantula Collective, which is a website dedicated to the care of pet tarantulas. And according to the Tarantula Collective, that hardening period can be about 5 to 10 days. So, they're just sitting ducks during that point.
Soft shell tarantula.
Weren't we talking about soft shell crab recently?
Yeah, at the seafood restaurant.
Yeah. Remember that. I'm going to come back to that later.
Oh, okay.
I did also want to include that they share at least some of their range with giant centipedes.
Oh.
Like the Amazonian giant centipede, Scolopendra gigantea, which are very fast and well-known tarantula hunters.
Oh.
So they are super easily capable of 1v1ing a tarantula, even of this size. So they do kind of share a range with their biggest counter. Because centipedes, I don't know if you've ever seen a centipede hunting, but those things are fast. They're fast and they're so mean. It's so pointy.
Bite, bite, bite.
Yeah. This brings me to ingenuity. I'm giving them a 6 out of 10, but I only really had one thing here for their ingenuity. They are not web weavers. So they can produce a silk, but they do not make webs with it, which I feel like is a drastic underutilization of the kit.
It would be an excellent way to catch a bird. That's for sure.
That's what I'm saying. You could be maximizing your output.
That's how you catch birds in the rainforest.
You are not optimized. But I do like that we're dragging them for not doing a thing that humans totally made up that they do. We just made up a thing for them to do and are mad at them for not doing the thing we made up. So they are burrowers. They tend to, find little crevices and stuff that will be underneath logs or down in the leaf litter on sort of the forest floor. And then they will make a little burrow and they will line it with silk.
Oh.
So they will kind of make a little nest, but they don't make webs. I mean, it makes sense that they wouldn't make a web because this is a huge spider. This thing would have to be made of titanium to support the heft of this lad.
Perhaps doesn't scale.
No. And then they ambush prey when it gets close to their burrow. So they're more of a sit and wait predator. So for aesthetics, I'm giving them a 7 out of 10. I inherently think tarantulas are cute. I am unsettled by their presence. I have not had the chance to hold one. I don't know how I would react to holding one. I would like to try.
Sure.
I'm tarantula curious. I would like to try holding a tarantula. I feel like I'd be okay with it, but you never know until, everyone's gangster till a tarantula is crawling on their hand. Tarantulas do have very fuzzy paws, and I like that a lot. If you've ever seen pictures of close-up pictures of tarantula paws.
It's only the pink-toed one that comes to mind.
I mean, about what they look like.
Yeah.
It's just they don't all have that sort of coloration on the bottom.
Shame.
It's really, really cute. I do like to. Actually, I did have in my notes that for the Goliath bird eater, their colors are kind of drab browns, and I've seen better from tarantulas, including the pink-toed tarantula, which does have little pink boots, and that's great. That's very Chapel Roan. I really love that. There's also some tarantulas have iridescent electric blues, which is really, really cool. So I feel like we could be doing better. I feel like there's room for improvement.
Yes, for sure.
Here are my notes. Goliath bird eating tarantula. Get on it.
You put way more points into bird catching.
These are common in the pet trade. They are commonly kept as pets, which I was surprised to hear. That's what I'm saying. They are huge, and they need very high temperatures and humidity. Plus, they should pretty much never be handled because of the urticating hairs. So they are a very challenging friend.
Does this hurt the spider?
I would imagine they could regrow the hairs. They don't like it. They're mad about it.
Yeah.
So they don't like it. You don't like it. Nobody's having a good time. Nobody's benefiting from this. So even among tarantulas, they're considered to be among the more challenging tarantulas to care for. But, they are there. You can apparently pick them up for anywhere from $20 to $50, which is surprising to me.
What a steal.
I know. Oh, what a bargain. They're also reportedly delicious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In a National Geographic article that I was reading about them, entomologist Rick West describes the taste of the muscle meat from tarantulas as, quote, like smoky prawns. And he noted that the fangs are, quote, used after the meal as toothpicks to remove T. blondie exocuticle from between one's teeth. So you use those little fangs as toothpicks after you eat them.
To remove what after between the teeth?
Exocuticle, Christian.
What does that mean?
Like, okay, so if you look at your nails, you know how you have like little cuticles? Like a very, very thin layer of skin over your nails? It's like that. It's like a thin layer of like skin-like cuticle that grows over the exoskeleton.
Don't like that.
Well,
wait,
then
so
grab a fang, Christian.
So are they not eating like crabs then, to where you just kind of crack open their exoskeleton and some meat plops out?
I mean, it seems like you kind of can do this. The preparation for them does involve burning off the stinging hairs. So what they do is they will like use a flame to burn off the urticating hairs.
Good.
And then they will wrap it in something like banana leaves and roast it like that. So I don't know if it's the whole spider or if they like take the legs off, or I don't know what the process is there, but...
Probably just munch the whole thing.
The what?
Probably just munching the whole thing.
It's like a built-in like shish kebab, right? Like it's already on a stick.
I'd try it once.
I know you would. I mean, if you like shellfish and stuff, it's probably that's one thing is that I've heard that like insects and arachnids and stuff like that, when you do eat them, they taste a lot like shellfish because they're both arthropods. So being closely, not like super closely related, but like being somewhat related. But that can also be an allergen problem. So if you are allergic to shellfish, it depends on like what type of shellfish allergy you have. If it's like a chitin allergy, then you're probably also allergic to insects and probably also arachnids. So if you're allergic to shellfish, you might also not be able to eat other types of arthropods. Which
you would probably not know even if you did have that allergy, and living in a culture that does not normally eat arthropods.
Right. Well, I don't normally eat shellfish. I'm pretty sure I'm not allergic to them. But, if I were to just chow down on an insect, I might be allergic to it and not know. And I do get like reactions from bug bites, but I don't think that's related to like eating the chitin, I guess.
If I got invited to a cookout with these tarantulas as the entree, I would insist on having some melted butter.
Some melted butter, get you a bib.
It's for sure. I would bank some money on that being a real good pairing.
We just went to one of those like seafood boil in a bag places.
Yeah.
So can you imagine they bring you out one of these big old bags of it's a bag of spiders. Here's your bag of spiders that you ordered.
It's giving Diner from Emperor's New Groove. The big pill bug thing.
It's giving Hakuna Matata.
I knew Timon and Pumbaa would not lead me astray.
I know. Everyone who ever watched that movie was like, ooh.
I'm going to eat a bug.
That bug was pretty good.
Mom.
That's why like every child ever has gotten busted at some point with some sort of creature in their mouth.
It's too late. Sorry.
Didn't we find Finley with a worm in his mouth one time?
I think that was me telling you about something I did around his age.
Okay, so you did, and my sister ate worms also as a kid. So like, it's not an isolated incident. So yeah, you can eat these if you want. They are not evaluated by the IUCN, so I don't have anything specific to say about their conservation, but naturally, protecting the rainforest is very important because they do call these rainforests home, and they rely on a healthy ecosystem to survive, and they're also kind of a keystone predator, right? Because they are an opportunistic predator that will, sort of maintain populations of invertebrates or small vertebrates that would be around its size. So, they're a vital part of the ecosystem. You're making a face.
I know how I would serve this.
Was that what you were thinking of?
Whole body cooked atop of a entire roasted chicken. So that it looks like it's eating the chicken.
Oh my god. No, what's the little birds that they do? Quail?
Cornish game hens.
Cornish game hens, yeah.
Yeah, then maybe that might be more appropriate size-wise.
Okay. Thanks. What's the guy's name from Delicious in Dungeon?
Senshi.
Yeah, thanks, Senshi. So that's the Goliath bird-eating tarantula.
Perfect. Thank you.
Boy, between roasting it for what it supposedly eats and then talking about roasting it to be eaten, really, that was a culinarily heavy segment.
It's always on the mind.
I know.
How do I eat that thing?
The what?
How do I eat that thing?
That's just like latently going on in the background in Christian's mind during every segment. Which is really funny when we're talking about like the pig butt worm. Put it in my mouth.
Jelly bean.
Well, that's all we have for this week. Thank you so much to everyone who spent this time with us. Thank you, Christian, also for being here and being a great part of the show. Welcome back to the show.
Glad to be here, Ellen.
Back from exile. If you liked what you heard today, I would love it if you left behind a good review and some kind words on your podcast app of choice. Someone left behind some nice words in a Spotify comment, which I'm still learning how to navigate. From my end of things, the Spotify comments interface is nightmarish. So I'm sorry to everyone whose comments I either don't get to see or don't get to address. But on our Kids Questions episode with Isaac, Tori says, found your podcast while doing field work last fall and absolutely love it. It's also been great listen for grinding through my tattoo sleeve sessions.
Oh.
I love that. I hope that you got some cool nature themed tattoos. I would love to see those tattoos if you wouldn't mind sharing a picture. I like to see people's tattoos. Tori goes on to say, as a biologist, I appreciate your dedication to diving into research papers and communicating science in a fun and interesting way. It's amazing to see you raised with such a curious and critical thinking and funny kid who's excited to learn about the world around him. Great episode. That was very nice. Thank you, Tori. Also, user Aloburst says, I don't know why it took me so long to start listening to this podcast. It's like it was made specifically for me. Animal info, check. Spouses who love each other, check.
Ooh.
The exact brand of brain rot that I have, check. This one was a little brain rot heavy. Aloburst goes on to say, Ellen and Christian are so wonderful and do amazing research, citing papers, scientific journal articles, and other reputable sources. The rating system is so fun, is an interesting way to think about animals without taking it all too seriously. I also love when they have guest hosts. Ellen does such an amazing job interacting with the guests and has a knack for finding guests with great knowledge. I highly recommend this podcast to any animal lovers or folks who just want to learn a little more about the creatures we share the planet with. That was very nice.
It is.
Not to like gas myself up. I realized as I was reading this, I was like, oh no, I'm self-hyping.
No, get it.
But I appreciate that. It was really, really nice to hear. So we read our reviews and we really cherish and love them. So thank you so much to everyone who has nice things to say. And if you want to come hang out with us online, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Discord, Blue Sky. Links to everything will be in the episode description. You can also send me an email at ellen@justthezooofus.com. And we would like to thank Maximum Fun for having us on the network with their other amazing shows. If you want to learn more about the network and how you can be a part of supporting our show and get access to our exclusive monthly bonus episodes, head over to MaximumFun.org. And finally, we would like to thank Louis Zong for our theme music.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You think we could get a mwomp in there?
Yeah, probably.
A little mwomp. Can you give me a mwomp?
Can I give you one?
Can I hear it?
Oh, womp.
I'm going to use that as our transition sound. Like when I need to like edit something in, like when I need to like drop in like an edit, the transition sound is going to be that.
Perfect.
Thanks. Well, thanks everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks all.
Bye.
Bye.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows.
Supported
directly
by you.